Hello everyone, it's Silverbeard here, and I've got a couple of little sapphires here. I'll just try and get in up close to them. There's one just there, and there's another one just there. It's a nice looking one, that one. Put him in my little bag. Come back for this little one. Let's see if I can get it. It's a nice little blue one, that one. Not very good light today. But we've got a few little sapphires in the bag there so far. So we're on a roll. And we're all here at Grab and Going, having a bit of fun. Kids are taking off upriver. They're just over there. And here's the captain. So we're all out having a bit of family fun. And got some more sieves set up. And you try and get it on a rock so you can see the difference between sunlight and no sunlight is magic, you know. So what we do is we try and pick out all the sapphires that we can see, and then you get yourself a bucket and a little trowel and you scoop up your heavies. And if there are more sapphires in there, you go home and check out them later with a proper light, because you don't want to be leaving piles like this. People will come back through and they'll sort through and look for any sapphires you've left in your pile. It's called noodling. So make sure you take all your heavies with you so you don't leave sapphires behind, because I've left a heap behind in the past. This is a little bit on how you do your sieving, demonstrated by the captain.
Captain hasn't done anything for a while.
So you get your big stones from the outside and you get rid of all them. And you got to make sure all your little ones go through the grate into the bottom grate. It's a lot faster than doing gold panning this. Like, you can find sapphires really quickly, whereas gold panning takes a long time and a bit of patience, and I've got no patience because I'm a pirate, so I like doing this instead. It's, centre and then dunk. You don't want to dunk too deeply, you just want to go below the surface, and that's your top sieve. And then you've got your bottom sieve.
This is the easy one.
And that's a lot easier. You just centre and dunk just below the water. If you dunk too deeply, you won't centre your heavies. It's a lot of fun doing this. I highly recommend it for everyone. Get out and have a bit of a go. There's nothing like being
down to the earth.
Down to the earth with rivers flowing, beautiful sound of water.
And no corona.
And no corona here. Not that we know of anyway. At least we're obeying the distancing laws, there's no one else here. But other states have been unable to go prospecting anymore. I haven't heard that here in New South Wales yet. But hopefully they'll use their brains and realise that this is a safe activity for families to go out and do. Especially out in the country, you know. This is only about 15 minutes from the captain's place. We've got sunlight. Let's see if we can find anything. Now this is how you flip it back to yourself. And if you've got any heavies, they'll be centred in the top there. And there's no big spinels there. They should be in the bag or near the bag. Under the sieve there. You just had it under that sieve.
I'm blind.
You are blind.
No sun.
So when you're doing your top sieve, if you're not finding any spinels, that means you won't get any big stones. So there's pretty much nothing in this for big sapphires. So if you want big sapphires, you'll have to go somewhere else and look somewhere different. But there's a lot of stuff like petrified wood and crystals
sort of stuff,
and.
Yeah.
All right, so let's show them the next one. Come on, baby.
Hang on. Let me check. Check on it properly.
So you flip back towards yourself when you're doing the sieve, like that. And then you get your centres up in the top there. I'm not seeing anything yet. Not seeing anything in that one there, Captain. He loses tweezers again.
No.
You're terrible.
I wouldn't do that. I'm going blind in my old age.
So you just
There's
go.
You want to show them a spinel?
The spinels are your black glass-like ones. They look very similar to.
There's a few in here.
They look very similar to a sapphire, only no colour in them, just full black. They call them blackjack or spinels.
Yeah, there's 8.
And they're your indicator stone. If you're not getting them, you're not going to get any sapphires. So they're not bad size spinels, so that means that there'll be reasonable size sapphires in here. The bigger your spinels, the bigger the sapphires you'll find in that area.
There's another big one.
Yeah, so they're what you're looking for. They're like a black,
No, here we go. Come on, son.
like a black glassy material. But with no sunlight, you just cannot see them. It just makes it so hard.
Big one.
All right, I'll go and do a bit myself, and I'll come back with a sieve myself in a sec. All right, I'll be back in a minute. All right, we're alive. Let's do it. Big one, big one.
It's annoying.
No big one. There's a big spinel there. That's what you're looking for if you get big ones like that. You normally need like 4 or 5 big ones in an area to start getting the big ones. What are you looking for?
Tweezers.
Here.
Hey, you already got them. Nothing.
Nothing in that one.
A lot of ironstone. Yeah.
Well,
Oh, the grass went through the middle.
that's all right. Let's go. Big one, big blue one. Not seeing any.
Not seeing any sun either.
No. I don't think there's any in that one. Oh yeah, tourmaline. There we go. It's a greeny colour stone, that one. It's hard to see with the light. What are you kids up to? No, they're natural wild ones. They're poisonous. Chuck them down.
Oh.
Put them back in the water. Yeah, no, they're poisonous.
Don't wash your hands, please.